of Cups. There's a lot of cups coming up in here, y'all. You know your air signs, right? No, I'm just playing. All right, so your underlying energy here is the Five of Wands. 5 of Wands, y'all. So that talks about conflict. That talks about things kind of being a little bit weird, I think. Not weird in a sense like, oh my god, everything's kind of like confusing like the moon. More like things are just kind of in the process of being readjusted, and things kind of just, you know, changing, right? Because that's what the 5s are all about. So underneath here, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles. So this has a lot to do with what you're committed to. This is probably a change in what you committed to, a change in what the technique and what you are doing to, you know, in regards to what you're committed to. So, you know, this is also a change potentially in your value or what you feel is valuable. Okay. So yeah, there's some stuff that's going down, Libra. Now, the current state of being, or the current state that you've got going on here in your love life or in your relationships, is death. So there is some change happening. This is some date change, leaving behind something to give birth to something new, or pretty much, you know, yeah, give birth to something new. You have the Empress in here, so you guys are potentially, you know, going through a serious transition in your life where you're leaving something behind that's no longer working, or leaving behind a perspective, a certain way of thinking, a certain way of being, or perhaps this relationship is taking a totally different course in action. For those of you that are in relationships, releasing something regarding this relationship and beginning to accept and bring in or make new space for something else. So there's definitely that, right? Change is happening for y'all. Now, what you guys want is the Two of Cups. What's the desired outcome for the for the love life that you guys are, you know, for, you know, your all's love life. I can't even speak. Goodness, what your desired outcome regarding this reading is the Two of Cups. So you guys want to feel the same way about your partner, or you guys want to meet the perfect partner in your relationship, right? Because the Two of Cups, it's not like the lovers or anything, okay? So it's not like it's the absolute, you know, love, okay? It's like the strongest connection. But you want to meet the ideal person. You want to feel connected with the person that you're with. You want to potentially reestablish that connection, that bond. The thing here that's keeping you potentially from getting to this Two of Cups, Libra, is the Hermit. So everybody's being very focused on themselves, and they're probably retracted, reflecting within their self, or there isn't a lot of reflection of oneself right this time. This is change about what you have value of. Remember that, because the Five of Wands is coming up with the Queen of Pentacles. This is about changing one's foundation, someone's value. This is about changing what is worthy of you, and what do you feel is worthy of the effort and time that you put into it. Patience, nurturing, stability. And the reason why the Hermit is coming up is because of the Empress, which has a lot to do with abundance and patience, and, you know, domestication, you know, like, you know, being domestic, like living together, home, you know, taking care of people, right? And honestly, maybe even taking care of love, taking care of yourself. This is a card, this is a Venus ruled card, and I know people say this is Taurus as well as the Hierophant, but this, I feel like, honestly, Libra, this is very much your card as well. I mean, the reason why they choose, the reason why Empress is usually comes up for Taurus rather, is because of, you know, the fact that she can give birth to something real. She says wheat here, right? This is all about, you know, growing things and the harvest and all that, but usually that's around fall time, where Virgo is and stuff like that. But here's what's interesting, right? Because that's why I feel like this is kind of a card for both Taurus and Libra, because the only time you can really harvest the wheat, that make that wheat look this color on the very bottom, is the fall time, is when the summer is out, when the moisture is being replenished. It's when the grass is completely dried after the summer, because you can't harvest wheat in May. That's when you start planting it. So anyway, I know it's a little weird that I have the information about how to grow wheat. Yes, I have a desire to become a farmer, but whatever. Okay, don't judge me. But anyway, guys, also, if you take a look at this, right, this is Virgo and this is Venus. So there is this talking about this is talking about the planets. This is talking about the transits. This is you guys being very realistic about what it is that you want in your love life in regards to what you want in your relationships and what you want to manifest. What are realistic goals that you have in mind regarding your abundance, regarding your happiness, regarding your domestic living, giving birth, manifestation, anything. This is very realistic energy here because this is Venus in Virgo energy. Wow, really, it's just like very potent. But the thing here is, right, I feel like right now it's just there is a need to probably retract and reflect right now in regards to in regards to giving birth to an idea, giving birth to something abundant, because in the past this is typically a foundation or a past energy, and it does communicate and does talk about what was created in the past, what was being taken care of. And perhaps everybody needs to just kind of take care of themselves, considering this transition is affecting potentially both parties, if not just you in the relationship, Libra. So the reason why the Empress is coming up as the reason why the Hermit energy is the reason why this is blocking, that potentially has a lot to do with taking care of oneself. Okay, nurturing the self, taking care of your body, taking care of what your needs are, because Virgo is the ruler of the 6th house, which talks about health, etc. And I know I'm going on about crazy stuff like this, but hopefully you're catching on what I'm trying to say. Is that focusing on yourself right now, focusing on what you want, focusing on what you want to manifest right now is actually the best thing to do before you can connect with someone else and what their ideals are. Because like I said, you're changing what your foundation is, what you believe is what you want to manifest, what you want to create, what your value is, what you see as something of value, what you have committed to. You're changing all of that. Now, what your advice is, you have Justice as your card, and it's saying to pretty much weigh out the pros and cons and to take your time and make the decision. But it's about putting karmic scales into balance, because there may be an imbalance right now, and the purpose of all of this is to really get you on the right path. And the right path means the path which you see fits, right? Because there's no such thing as the right path. There's no universal truth for the right. So whatever you feel is the direction you want to go, that is the right path for you. That is how you know. So when the Justice card comes up, I really feel like within your best path to follow, I do feel like it's not talking about apologizing to somebody. You could potentially have to apologize if there are some things that you may not be feeling good about doing, because maybe there's some arguments or some things that were said in an argument that you may not mean. So if you want to apologize, you can. But I don't see this as an apology. I see this really as weighing the pros and cons of your situation and coming out with the absolute truth. Because that's why there's a sword and there's a scale in the Justice hands, right? Weighing the pros and cons, weighing out the making the judgment, and then calling it. Judgment to me as well could be that. You want to look at what karmically is going on, like the situation that you're dealing with, because this person potentially is a soulmate. So this person may be showing you something, or this person's here to reflect back to you something, and it's really ideal to look at what they're showing you to be able to manifest. I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys an extra card for the advice. See what else they could say, what else they mean with the Justice card, right? But it's talking about balancing karmic scales, trying to make things even. It's time to, to balance everything out. See what that means here for this. The Three of Swords, yeah, looking at some old issues and hashing that out. Old heartaches, letting that releasing that, because that's what death is all about, right? Old problems, old situations, old things, old anything that's keeping us from being able to manifest. It's time to balance that out right now. And of course it's hard because this is the Three of Swords. You got to look at old issues, but it's going to help tremendously. And I think that's why the Hermit's here, because the Hermit is not just looking and reflecting within, it's also healing the inner self, healing the inner child. And I feel like that's what's going on. I think that's what's happening. In order to really be able to manifest what you want, there may have to be some time, to really love on yourself, show some unconditional love, and really begin to heal those wounds, to heal those things, and even maybe you forgive yourself for some things that you may not be happy about. Now, internally in your emotions, you have the Nine of Cups, so you do feel happy about where you are. You do feel pretty content. You do know what your heart's desire is, and you are in the process of manifesting your heart's desire. Okay, which potentially is this, right? This is very creative energy, and I love that. This is really, really good. And your hopes and fears is showing the Queen of Cups, which is absolutely fantastic because she knows what she wants. But the thing here is the hopes and fears is very interesting because the Queen of Cups is very vulnerable. She's very open to her emotions. And I don't know if this is a fear of being vulnerable with someone, or this is the hope to be vulnerable in a relationship, or be vulnerable in a connection that is solid, potentially. Because the Queen of Cups, she's always emotional, but she's never it doesn't matter if she's in a solid place or not. She wears her emotions on her sleeve. I feel like the Queen of Cups is talking about wanting to be in love. So, like, this person, yes, you're in love with yourself, potentially, or you're in love with the connection. You know what you have, you know what you want, and it's perfect. But I feel like, potentially, you want to feel in love, too. You want to feel something. Alright, you want to have that emotion going. Or maybe you want it to last. Perhaps this Queen of Cups, or maybe you want this person that you're dealing with, if this is not you, right, to be open with you emotionally, to be emotionally open with you. But this looks like a lot to do with you, Libra, and what you want in your relationships. Now, in your outcome, you have the Four of Cups. So this is talking about looking at the Four of Cups, right, and focusing on the three cups that's sitting there, but not seeing that the fourth cup, this new cup of love here, is waiting for you to take it, or waiting to be taken. Now, you could be, you could be in this outcome here waiting for some sort of response, but at the same time, I do feel like this is shifting the focus from what you know to being open to come, to love that can come in. Okay, because this is good. In essence, you have to kind of release these three cups in order to even recognize that this fourth cup is even near you. So I do get this feeling, though, that you may be able to shift your focus back to love, back to the Ace of Cups, to something new. But it's just going to require you to look at the Three Swords, recognize it, and then release it. Right? Forgive yourself, love on yourself, do whatever you feel like you have to do to heal your inner child right now. Because you're changing, Libra. You're not going to be the same after this. Alright, what does the romance angels have to say in regards to the love life for Libra this week? Calling in your soulmate. What? You see what I'm saying? This is, y'all are manifesting. Like I was saying, y'all manifesting it. Nine of Cups, Empress, Two of Cups. Y'all manifesting this, okay? And it says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you two together. Ooh, Libra. Oh my goodness. Perhaps the Queen of Cups is talking about hoping for your dream person to come in, the person that you've been wanting to connect with. Okay, the person that matches your vibration. Perhaps you're hoping for that. Love it. Let's see what you guys get for your Wisdom of the Oracle cards this week. Oh snap, loyal hearts. So those of you that are in a relationship right now, this is talking about the commitment in the current relationship that you have. This is also talking about the relationship that you have with yourself. All right. Are you loyal to you, and are you loyal to the connection? Well, loyal to your truth mostly, right? Is the person that in your relationship loyal to you, right? Loyalty has to be given and received, right? You can't be the only person that's showing patience and and growth, while the other person is just kind of like taking advantage, right? If they're taking advantage, and it's going to require you to really do some research and look within yourself to figure out if this is truly what you want. And if it is, good for you. I'm happy for you. But if it isn't, you know, there is the Empress energy. The hermit goes in within themselves, not just to heal his inner child, but to also create boundaries to protect his inner child. And the hermit, and the loyal hearts card, it talks about where the commitment is, where the loyalty lies. Being loyal to your truth, being loyal to yourself, being loyal to your partner, and being loyal in the sense of, like, obviously not cheating and going out, because, like, I'm not saying you guys are cheaters or you guys are going to go out and cheat on anybody. That's not the point. It's mostly to, you know, find out what you are loyal to, know what you are loyal to, why you are loyal to it, and then are you getting that loyalty returned? Are you getting that same sort of respect and that love returned? Not necessarily respect, but like, well, yes, loyalty is in some ways respect, but are you getting that loyalty back within your connection? And if so, can you see the 2 of Cups in your outcome for yourself, right? So it's all about the loyalty that you got going on, right? So just remember those 4 things. Like, are you loyal to your truth? Are you loyal to yourself? Are you loyal to, I guess not 4 things, I guess 3. Are you loyal to yourself? Oh man, I can't even repeat it. It's like this, it was channeled, guys, so you might have to go back and actually rewatch that. But loyal to yourself, loyal to your truth, loyal to your connection, and is your partner loyal to you? I guess that's the 4 I was thinking. But go back to check to make sure, because I was channeling that, and I guess I was meant to only say that once.